If you want them to, the saints in heaven will literally find you. The woman above me, Saint Gemma, reached out to me from heaven 4 times in 2 days. Here's the story. First thing that happens is I'm watching a YouTube video of all these famous saints. I'd never heard of her, but her face popped up. For some reason, I was drawn to her. That's number one. Second thing that happens, at the end of the video, out of all the more common saints that could have been featured, the related video is on her life, a little 5-minute thing. I watch it. The entire rest of the day, I couldn't get her spirituality out of my mind. It was like actually kind of freaking me out. That was number 2. Third thing that happens, the very next day, I go to spiritual direction with a priest. I kid you not, before we even sit down, before we say anything, he goes, Dan, before we begin, I was reading a book on a new saint I'd never heard of before, but the entire time I was reading this book, I kept thinking about you and thinking I got to give you this book and you got to learn who this person was. You ever heard of Saint Gemma Galgani? That was number 3. Fourth thing, last thing, he says, Dan, I don't have that book right now. I lent it to somebody else, but you know what? Why don't you take this book on exorcisms for now? I was like, okay. So I take the book on exorcisms. I go home, and this priest didn't know this, but the first page of the prologue, the first paragraph on that page, she's mentioned as a woman, a saint who's really powerful when it comes to kicking out demons. I started asking for her intercession. Long story short, I asked her for help understanding some things about Jesus that I didn't understand. And a couple months later, I got those prayers answered in a weird way. So figure out who your saints are from heaven, and Saint Gemma Galgani, pray for us.